Today is Monday, January 14th. I'm recording today's trading in S&P futures. That's ES. I'm using 1220 tick chart, and that is the chart I trade. So today there was a market was from the Friday. I was expecting market reached it's a 62% of the ABC, which is in a daily chart. That's about 1472. So from there I was expecting it to actually retrace it today, and then probably move further down. So today I was a bit cautious, but what I want to do is I wanted to show you from the midnight the price action, and then of course I don't trade at the midnight. I don't actually trade until 9:30 open. Very rarely I actually trades before the market opens. So today let's go ahead and start this sim chart. We're going to simulate the 1220 tick chart and along with the fib bands indicator. So now let's just see how it's actually evolving it. So this is of course from midnight, and it's printing this on the 1220 tick chart. So the first clue of a trade which I was watching the market came in about 9:30 time frame, and what I was looking for it is I looked at this range, and I thought that, well, there is definitely some type of a negative bias today, and I actually wanted to take this short once if the market closes below the Globex low, and the Globex low was about 1463. And so I thought I would actually take a short right after that, but then I was watching it more carefully, but then I started seeing some kind of a positive strength in the market at the open. So I thought that, well, maybe I was wrong, and I guess it probably would not come down, and then that's the reason I hesitated for the trade, and that's the reason I actually missed it. So there was only two possible trades today possible. First is that first trade below the Globex low. I missed it, and the second trade was, of course, it continued and it made an ABC bullish pattern, and that's what I'll be showing you. So now let's just see from here. These are the bars actually a little bit confused me in the morning. This is where I should have taken trade about 9:45. I missed it, and then because I saw this couple of these positive action bars, and I missed this a large negative bar, but then I said, okay, I'll just wait for it and see how it reacts to it. And this is the bar actually I should have shorted it, but I did not. And then anyway, so one of the thesis for this one is actually was looking at another possibility of an ABC bearish pattern from the overnight, but this is also it's like a measured move. From what I would do is I would take the length of this and here. So the idea was you can actually see these charts posted in real time on my blog, on my website. From here, if I would have shorted it, my idea was to actually cover it just before the 100%, which is about 1400 and 1460. So let's just see how the price actually traded. Let's go ahead and play this. So here it actually about 10:30 time frame, it actually traded precisely about 100% of its range, and then it started reversing it. And there was a couple of clues. Of course, the prices also came out outside the Fibonacci band, extreme Fibonacci band. That itself is one of the good indication that and then if you start seeing reversals from it, but that itself is not a great way to trade it, because usually I do not trade counter trend moves. You may actually think of it as like, the price may be forming outside the band, while this may be, if it has a strength and if it does form an ABC pattern, then you can actually trade it. So let's just continue and see how this evolved it. So while it reversed it and started trading above mid fib band, I kind of knew that may be actually forming an ABC pattern. And now, so first what I would do, I would go ahead and remove this the previous fib ratios, and now we will just continue on this and see how this pattern is still forming it here. So here is one. Then this pattern and this kind of market action tells me that at first I thought it may be like a rectangular base, but then it tried to reach above the mid fib band and it did not. So now I wanted to see is I actually wanted to take this is the potential ABC pattern, and now I wanted to see if it actually retracing it back to that 61% of the range. So this is how it evolved. So let's just go by bar here. It did. Now here it actually made a 61%. So let's just go ahead and start open this ABC pattern right now. So that's what is the ABC pattern. So now I know that this is it came to about 61% at 1462, but that is not a there's no trigger yet. So at that time I decided, well, if the price does close above 1463.75, so I actually wanted to buy it at 1464. So that was my first buy into the trade. So there I got triggered about 122 time frame. That's when my first trigger was, and then my stop was at 1462. So it's a 2 point loss, a stop loss, and then my first target would be between 1464 and half, and the next target would be something like 1466 and 50. I believe that's the one. So let's just see how it actually evolved. So I'm just going by one bar at a time. And that's how it happened. The rest of the day actually just came below, and it probably tried to reach that one more time, but I was actually gone out of the trade. So that's how the ABC actually formed today.